आर्यन को चाहिए होगा, जसवंत को भी चाहिए,
मुझे भी चाहिए।
तुम्हें भी चाहिए. Let me clear everyone that Python is the very essential language for making the virus. If you don't know Python, so it would be hard for you to understand how to make a virus completely. So first of all, if you don't know Python, don't worry about that. There will be a Python session which will be coming ahead after some time when we are professional in being like some topics and modules. So as earlier I've told you that today's topic is basically a virus session, how to make a virus, how can we execute that virus, what are the bots, what are the botnets, how many types of botnets are there, how can we make a bot in Windows. First of all, the requirement for making a virus is of course the Python language. You can make a virus in C++ language also, but that is like something apart from that. Uh, Okay, right now, basically Kunal is telling Anshul that he can do a setup, so no problem in that. The very first thing is Rajat is coming every time, okay? Okay, so first of all, you have to download like something important, that is your Visual Studio. And right now I'm just going to write the criteria in which you have to perform the actions and codings. And always remember to learn these codings as much as possible. Okay, don't like be something don't know. Because if in school or in college you are sitting and your professor or your teacher is saying that can you create a do you know Python language? So if you don't know Python, but still you can say that I can create a virus using my Python programming language. So as I've earlier told you that I can't able to make you understand that from where the Python is started, what can we do with Python. Right now, the very simple basic funda we will be understanding, and I will try to explain each and every line in the particular manner. So first of all, I am just using my Visual Studio. You guys can see that I am basically writing the fundamental procedure for writing a virus or writing a code in Visual Studio. Okay, so this is like something important. This is the procedure in which you have to write the code. Don't take this as a code. I am just writing a procedure. Okay, and if you are having any doubt in between, you can just ask for me. Now there are lots and lots of videos which are available on YouTube telling this, that, but still the main thing is your basic concepts which you have to clear yourself. Okay, so Shiva is going to join in around 5 minutes.
सर ये कोड
ये कोड नहीं है, ये प्रोसीजर. हमारा नेट बहुत अच्छा लगता है कुणाल, आवाजें बिल्कुल लास्ट तक आती रहती है, मजेदार चलता रहता है.
जैसे स्कूल में गुड मॉर्निंग नहीं करते थे पहले.
हाँ देखो अभी तक आवाज इसकी धीरे धीरे आती जा रही है.
सेम वैसे ही है.
बड़ा अच्छा लगता है इसका. ऐसे नेट हमारा क्यों नहीं, हम तो ये सोचते हैं हम भी बोल रहे होते, हमारी भी आवाज लास्ट तक आती है.
पहला मेरा था ना, पहले मेरा था 1-2 क्लास में.
This is basically a very normal example that how can you create a virus. Now this is basically step-by-step instructions to create a virus using, in Python. Okay, now this is step by step. The very first line is basically telling you about begin virus. How can you create your own virus? Then you are having if state conditions, true then begin. That means you have to like verify what's a true statement. And now why virus should execute? What are the true statements for the target files? What is the virus being made for the target? What is the target for that virus? So in target file, we are going to understand. In the target section, you have to basically apply the location of the file in which you want to target. है ना? Suppose at that day also I went to the Chrome and I find the Chrome location. So for that you have to just copy that location and paste in the virus code. So right now let's just begin for writing a virus. Before that, any question? Yes, any question? Ensure कुछ भी है?
No, no.
रजत, अच्छा नो रजत का तो पहले ही आ जाता है आंसर। रजत कहता है नहीं, कोई डाउट नहीं। शिवा का कॉल आ रहा है। So you guys can take a screenshot if you just want to take a screenshot, because after this I'm going to just write down the virus. So if you want to just take a screenshot, you guys can take a screenshot.
So this
Yes.
is for old type or old extensions, na? Like bat cat.
No, this is only for .py. ये है तुम्हारा प्रोफेशनल वायरस मेकिंग. You are not making a virus in like a notepad. Of course वो भी समझेंगे. इसीलिए मैंने तुमको बोला कि you have to also join the class from 7:30 also, because the topics are new and these are like some professional viruses. But the main thing is you have to understand each and every line. Chalo.
Okay, sir.
I think so that everyone has taken a screenshot. I have also taken a screenshot. Let's just start making a virus, and that is basically using Python. So first of all, go here and select up your language, that is your Python. Right now, I'm not using any IDE for Python. So right now, I'm just going to make a code. Always remember to start the Python programming language by using this tag, that is code. After that, hash, exclamation mark, space, USR, slash bin, slash Python. The very first line,
Sir,
whenever you just start. Yes, sir.
doubt है.
Out है, पूछो.
सर हैश तो कमेंट के लिए होता है ना
Print
पाइथन
के लिए
में?
होता है, लेकिन यहाँ पे देखो हैश के पहले मैंने क्या लगा रखा है? कोड.
कोड.
कोड का मतलब क्या है? That you are going to write a code and going to execute that particular code in Python language. Python भी दो तरीके की होती है, एक नॉर्मल Python, एक Python 3. ठीक
ओके,
है?
दिस इज
हाँ,
पाइथन 3.
दिस इज ओनली द Python. अगर Python 3 होता तो मैं यहाँ Python 3 लिखता.
ओके.
ठीक है? Because basically the maximum viruses are being made in normal Python language, not in Python 3. Although Python 3 is more advanced, but Python 3 is basically used in making bots and botnets, not viruses and trojans. ठीक है? After that, I'm simply going for
ये Python ideally में रन हो जाएगा?
इसमें PyCharm में
नहीं सर, Python ideally
कर सकते हो, लेकिन Python ideally के लिए भी तुम्हारे पास PyCharm तो होना चाहिए ना, कोई ना कोई Python.
यस सर, PyCharm इंस्टॉल है सर.
Python इंस्टॉल है, लेकिन तुम कोड किस में लिखोगे? कौन से सॉफ्टवेयर में लिखोगे जिसमें तुम्हारा कोड एग्जीक्यूट होता है?
सर ये Python की एक सेल ओपन है सर 3.8.5 की.
वो हम नहीं पूछ रहे बेटा, हम ये पूछ रहे हैं कि आप कोडिंग कहाँ पे लिखोगे? कोडिंग के लिए कोई है आपके पास सॉफ्टवेयर? सबलाइम टेक्स्ट है, ये विजुअल स्टूडियो है, एटम है, पाईचार्म है, कहाँ लिखोगे कोड?
यस सर.
पाइथन आईडीएली क्या है कुणाल बताओ?
सर इस पे सर प्लस माइनस वाले सर प्रोग्राम बनाते सर.
हाँ, प्रोग्राम बनाते हैं, छोटे मोटे प्रोग्राम हम लोग पाइथन आईडीएली पे बना सकते हैं, लेकिन क्या हम लोग वायरस बना सकते हैं पाइथन आईडीएली पे? ये बताओ.
नो सर.
अरे ऐसा मत बोलो यार. नो सर, ना बोलो. सब कर सकते हैं in Python IDE also we can create such type of codings, but the main thing is that you have to install a side by side software which can compromise
सर
with
ये
Python
आपने सर
IDE.
बताया था सर, ये डाउनलोड ही नहीं हो रहा सर. 32 बिट का है.
2 बिट का डाउनलोड कैसे नहीं होगा? कौन सी वेबसाइट पे होगा?
सर इसी पे सर python.org पर.
शो करो स्क्रीन शो कर पाओगे कि नहीं?
यस सर.
चलो स्क्रीन शेयर करो. कुणाल अपना चेहरा ना दिखाओ, हमको कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन दिखाओ. चलो ऐसा करना, हमको स्क्रीनशॉट भेज देना कुणाल, है ना? ऐसे प्रॉब्लम होगी तुम्हें भी, क्योंकि तुम इस समय मोबाइल पे काम कर रहे हो और तुम पीसी का स्क्रीन शेयर करोगे तो तुम्हारा नेट भी प्रॉब्लम है ना. तो हमें क्या करना, स्क्रीनशॉट भेज देना व्हाट्सएप पे, हम उसके हिसाब से देख लेंगे. बंद कर दो वीडियो, बंद कर दो.
ओके सर.
कुणाल वीडियो बंद कर दो, क्योंकि ऐसे नेट और खपेगा और प्लस सबका नेट चला जाएगा. After that, we are having our line import OS, and after that, we are also going to import data. Okay, so now what is import? Whatever the things you want to import, you can import. Even you can import your what networking protocols. Import OSP, and you can also import RIP. Sorry, you can also import RIP version 2. You can also import your EIGR. You can also import whatever the things you want. TCP.
FTP.
Okay, FTP, TCP. But right now, I'm just normally writing a code according to that manner, the steps which we have basically. After that, we are just going
Sir,
for this. Yes, sir.
that OS is operating system.
Exactly, operating system. Okay, क्योंकि हम लोग operating system को ही equip करना चाहते हैं. So in simple language, OS means operating system, any operating system, not only Windows, Kali Linux, any operating system. Okay. After that, we are having our signature. Now, signature is like something which I have already told you maybe yesterday, I think so, or the day before yesterday. What is signature? A data signature in which the basically virus replicates itself every time when it is being executed. So that is basically the signature. And hence, I'm just writing like something. This is one of normal virus, or we can also say payload. And simple, because don't mind it if I'm writing payload. This is not like a payload. I have already told you that what is the difference between payload and virus. After that, we can take def, search. Now here you have to give the path, right? What is the path you want to give? Def search means like something, do you want to give a search by using google.com, by yahoo.com, bing.com? So you can give a search option. In the path, just delete this path and give like something google.com. Suppose if I just going to write a google.com. Okay. Right now,
Sir,
I'm not
signature
doing.
is like title.
Signature is not like something title. Signature is like something compulsory thing. Suppose if there won't be signature, there won't be like something. अगर मैं इस PC की signature कर रहा हूँ, if I'm giving the signature on this PC, that means the virus knows that yes, this PC हमें इस PC पे ही ये signature मिला था. ठीक समझ रहे हो? वो उसके अंदर by default set हो जाता है कि हमें इस PC के थ्रू ही signature मिला है. तो मैं यहाँ पे अपना नाम लिख दूँ, तो वायरस समझ जाएगा कि through this PC only I got a name, and that is like signature important. समझ रहे हो कि नहीं? चलो.
नहीं यार.
सिंपल सी चीज है. सिग्नेचर का मतलब ये है कि अगर सपोज मैं कोड को सिग्नेचर देता हूँ, इफ आई गिव सिग्नेचर अ कोड नेम साहिल, है ना, सपोज इफ आई जस्ट राइट साहिल हियर, सो नाउ द वायरस बेसिकली नो दैट फ्रॉम दिस पीसी, मतलब फ्रॉम माय पीसी, द कोड और द सिग्नेचर इज बीइंग बिल्ट एज अ साहिल. ऐसे सिग्नेचर को कर्नल की तरह समझ लो. कर्नल क्या होता है? जिसको कभी तोड़ा नहीं जा सकता. सिग्नेचर वो होता है जिसको कभी तोड़ा नहीं जा सकता, और ये हमेशा रहेगा ही रहेगा. ठीक है, तो कहीं कंपल्सरी, इसके बिना वायरस आपके सिस्टम को भी खा सकता है. ठीक है, ओके. अगर आपको सिग्नेचर पता है, दैट मींस वायरस कांट एग्जीक्यूट इट लाइक दिस इन योर पीसी. और अगर आपको सिग्नेचर नहीं पता है, इसका मतलब वो किसी भी पीसी को खा सकता है. इसलिए कहा जाता है कि डिजिटल सिग्नेचर होना काफी जरूरी है एक वायरस का. आप समझ जाते हो कि अगर सिग्नेचर आपको पता लगे. वेरी गुड, क्या आवाज आ रही है? अरे क्या बात है, बहुत अच्छी. अरे अरे बहुत बढ़िया,
मजा आ गया.
रेनबो स्टाइल टाइम. देखो अभी तक चल रहा है. स्लो मोशन मैट्रिक्स मूवी देखी हमने, मैट्रिक्स स्लो मोशन वर्क्स. बहुत अच्छी. क्या 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 बात है.
अनसेन को बुलाया जाए.
कुणाल, तुम अपने आपको म्यूट कर लो सर.
चैट बॉक्स.
कुणाल अपने आप को म्यूट कर लो और व्हाट्सएप पे पूछ लो या चैट बॉक्स में पूछ लो. तुम्हारी आवाज इतनी ज्यादा देर तक आती रहती है कि हम डर जाते हैं. मुझे डर लगता है कभी कभी मैं पीसी में से कोई और वॉइस नहीं आ रही. चलो, after that we are having a like something, sorry, this is a Python project. This is like something, a practice for you also. You have to do a rectification for this particular code. Okay. After that, we are having our path, and after path, we are having like something. Okay. After that, we are also having just try to remember all these things. Files to infect. After that, space equal to sign, and you have to give a tag. After that, we are also having a file list equal to os dot list dir, and that's again. Okay, so this is also very important for you. Files to infect, you can give the location of files which you want to infect. File list, you can also give the instruction to your Python virus that on which particular file you basically want to infect. Okay, so that depends on you. Do you want to infect a lot of files or do you want to infect only a single file? So that's up to you. After that, we are having for if name file list. So that we are having f name. Now, what is basically f name? That is your fragmentation name. Now, what is fragmentation? Fragmentation in simple, right now it is a part of Python programming language. In simple, what can we say? Fragmentation name means creating a virus and giving the virus the name. Okay, आप किसी भी वायरस को नाम दे रहे हो तो वो f name. In simple language बता रहा है, बहुत ज़्यादा deep में हम नहीं जाएंगे क्योंकि समझ भी नहीं पाओगे. If os dot path dot isdir and path. After that, we have to take plus. So बहुत ज़्यादा ध्यान से कोडिंग लिखना क्योंकि अगर कोडिंग में हल्की सी भी गलती हुई, that means पूरा वायरस काम करना बंद कर देगा. ये बहुत बहुत ध्यान से वायरस लिखना. You have to be very very attentive writing the virus because a little mistake can create a lot of problems. Files to infect. Extend. We can take search option also. Search path plus comma.
सर इसे एक बार रन करके भी दिखा दो.
हाँ, रन तो करेंगे सर, बिना रन करे काम है. After that, we are having a elif tag, elif name -3, or you can also take any number that you want. Now, what is elif? ELIF. Elif means giving that virus a time. In which seconds do you want the virus should be running? Okay, so that is like something elif. -3, like, or you can say -3 also. That depends on you what you want to say. After that, equal to 2 times. And we are having our .py. Okay, .py मतलब क्या? Python.
Python. सर
Python.
एक्सटेंशन नेम है.
हाँ चलो. False. Infected false कर दे रहे क्योंकि मैं नहीं चाहता कि मेरे सिस्टम में right now I'm just giving false because I don't want that this virus is going to be executed in my PC and can crash my operating system because I've already taken an operating system and right now I hadn't give any path and right now I hadn't give any file location. Okay, so that's why I have just given a false. You can just import the file locations. You can import the operating system. Of course, that is like operating system default. But after here, you can insert the file location at this place. You can insert a file location. Which file do you want to infect? And you have to basically change this false to true. Okay, for line in open path plus. You have to basically pay very very great attention. After path, by default, you are having path plus and what? Double inverted commas. And every time you are having forward slash. So this is like something you don't need to remember every time. And you are also having f name in every statement. Okay. And that's great. If signature line. And after line, we are having double dots infected equal to true. Right now, I'm taking true. Very good. Agar by chance in which PC I am going to execute this virus. So this is exactly only a practical. That's why if the virus is being executed by any problem or by any chance, so the virus is already going to break automatically, because I don't want that this virus is going to corrupt my files or any of the person's file. So if you just want to execute the virus as a normal way, just delete the line break or just delete the word break. But right now I'm taking a word break because I don't want that any problem occurs. If it equal to uh, false, files to infect. Once again, files to infect must be like something append, I think so. Once again, path is here. So what will be the things? Plus and double dot sign forward slash. After that, once again, plus F9. Okay, so this is like return files to infect. After that, we are having uh, files to infect. List. Back. Once again, double dots. After this virus equal to open os dot uh, path dot we are having apps, I think so apps path, the name of file, which again I have to give double dash double below dash. Okay. So this is like something. After that, we are having virus string equal to or I line enumerate virus if I and GP. I know this is like something very, very complex right now, but as earlier I've told you that the more you are going to practice this code, the more you are going to be become professional in making Python scriptings and Python codes. This is the basic concept, very basic concept. I know you are facing a lot of issues and confusion that what is DEF, what is signature, what this code is making, what I am doing basically. But in simple, don't think too much right now. Grab a screenshot, not right now. Grab a screenshot later on. Practice this code as much as you, because I'm going to take a test and you have to give me the screenshot by tomorrow, right today. By tomorrow, you have to give me the screenshot. You have written Python code in your language and you have to give me the screenshot that yes, you have in the group. If INGT equals 0, you have to place equal to 0 and I and LT. That is string is equal to close. Because this is important for you guys also to understand that it's not easy to write a code, and I do have a human mind, of course. So let me also. Okay, so maybe we are having a temp. And after very last, we are having the bomb. That is basically executing Python virus. We basically take a bomb, which is a part of your virus session, and it's date and dot date and dot name. Dot month equal to one, and time. A print line is like something very easy to understand. When the print command is used, if you are learning Python or if you know Python, then you can understand that print is like something important in Python language, in which what basically it does is it executes like something written in the written form. If you want like something, a message to your victim, then you can use the command print. Uh, this is Python project. After that also like we are having files to in fact very last we are having files to because we have to do two things files to search this apps and screen bracket and brackets. Okay, so this much is like your Python language. यस अंशुल समझ में आया रजत अंशुल कुणाल कुछ भी समझ में आया कि नहीं आया अगर नहीं आया तो वो भी बताओ
Yes, sir.
यस सर
No, sir.
नो सर वेरी गुड कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया कुछ भी नहीं अभी तक जितने मैं बोल रहा था कुछ भी नहीं आया
सर मेरा सर नेट
अरे बस करो भैया मत हमको इसे करो बहुत बढ़िया कुणाल क्या हुआ
एलियन जैसी आवाज निकलती है
रोबोटिक्स जैसी वॉइस आने लगती है चलो एक बारी हम लोग फिर से समझ लेते हैं now what is basically the code is like something whenever you are writing a Python code and of course you are writing a virus so you have to start from the code you have to start from this language code and after that hash exclamation mark space usr pin python this is the very permanent line you have to always take the permanent line, the compulsory line. After that, whatever the import operating system you want to infect, you can take an operating system, you can take a date time. Why date time? Because many time, right now I'm just taking a virus which is basically going to import a date time function. That means a virus which is going to impact operating system and date time. That means date and time. In computer language, we don't take date as another thing, time as another. We just simply take date time in a single normal in one word only. After that, we are having our signature. Sorry? आवाज नहीं आ रही चलो यार ये रजत की आवाज से आफ्टर दैट वी आर हैविंग हाँ अंशु
क्वेश्चन था मेरा हमने जैसे इंपोर्ट ओएस में किया है अगर हमें एंड्रॉइड वगैरह पे वायरस डालना है तो हम एंड्रॉइड डालेंगे ना
एग्जैक्टली ठीक है now that's a very basic concept you have to understand what's my way is like I have told you the way and of course आपके पास knowledge है you are having the process you are having the basic concepts being clear then you can use it in log if you are using Mac then what will be the extension for that suppose if you want to change import Android then you can import Android If you want to import like something Symbian code, you
iOS,
can also
iOS,
iOS.
iOS.
You know, right now don't take any extension if you are thinking .apk or import APK. No, import operating
No,
system,
no.
import Android, import Symbians, import iOS, and after that,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever the file you want to crypt, you can take that particular file here. After that, as earlier I have told you that every virus is having a signature in itself. So if you want to build a signature, then you can also go and like you can take a line and take that line and go on the Google and just search something encryption. Suppose if I just want to say hello, hello brother. Okay, and taking these two words, I can go online on the Google and I can encrypt these two words in the Caesar or base64 or MD5 algorithm. And what the encryption I will get, I will copy that encryption and paste it. So it would be more difficult for the victim to get. Suppose if the victim somehow find what is the signature of virus, then he can basically easily stop that virus. So what if I just make a very tough encryption for him to decrypt that code? So that's why many viruses which are being made is basically taken as an encryptions or whatever the case. Right? These are like something a very complex type of signatures in viruses.
Okay,
Okay, so
okay, sir.
you can basically take a tough and complex signature. That means you can also take like
सर रिकॉर्ड कर लेना सर.
yes, sir, record good as sir. What we sir.
ओके
Chalo.
सर.
After that, we are having our differentiation search path. Now, whatever the website you are going to execute, of course, whatever the things you want to take, you can just go and find out. You can take a www.google.com. You can take, of course, as your bing.com. You can take your yahoo.com. That's up to you. Whatever the server you want to take, you can take that particular server. If you are not having your own server, of course, you have to take something a help of Google. Then you can simply write down the www.google.com or even you can type the IP of Google. Okay, so you can take an IP of Google at this position and where it is written path, you have to basically type what? The location, what you have written at the position. Okay, if you have taken an IP, just write the IPs at every position where it is written path. Okay, after that we are having files to infect. So whatever the files you have to infect, place that location files. Suppose if you want to infect a Windows PC, so you already go in your Windows PC and will find the location of that particular browser or that particular file manager or particular drive and copy that particular drive location and paste that drive location in these two brackets. That is like files to infect.
Sir,
And
sir.
suppose if you want to infect more files, then you simply suppose if I'm writing C, and I'm just taking an example, don't take it seriously, C and browser .exe. Suppose if I'm just taking an example. After that, if you want to infect more files, then what simple you have to do is space, comma, space. From here, you can again type C and whatever the location, another location is. Suppose if anyone you want to basically delete someone's PUBG or infect PUBG, you can just simply take PUBG, PUBG.exe, right? So it is like something very easy, not so much of typical, but the main thing is you basically have to practice these codes very, very properly. After that, we are having
Sir,
a file list. Yes, sir.
सर जैसे हमें तो पता है कि हमारे विंडो में हमें जो फाइल इन्फेक्ट करनी है वो कहाँ है, लेकिन हमें विक्टिम का क्या पता है कि वो कहाँ, उसकी कौन सी ड्राइव में वो फाइल है जो हमें इन्फेक्ट करनी है.
कुछ तो चीजें नॉर्मल होती है. चलो अगर तुम्हें पूरा को नहीं करना, तुम्हें सी ड्राइव को डिलीट करना, यू वांट टू डिलीट और इनफैक्ट द डिफॉल्ट ड्राइव ऑफ दैट कंप्यूटर. नाउ डिफॉल्ट ड्राइव इज योर सी ओनली by the name
या
local disk C. It is a common
लोकल
sense, or
डिस्क.
99% of the people basically makes their default drive by the name C. And very less people just rename that particular drive. Right or wrong? Okay,
यस
so
सर.
that's simply suppose if the person, if right now also I'm going to change or I'm going to rename my local disk C to another name, then also it will be local disk C by default because it is already permanently set in the RAM of your computer. Okay,
सर लेकिन अगर नहीं हो तो हम कैसे
क्या नहीं,
आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे तो.
हमेशा वही रहेगा नाम. If you are going to rename the local disk D, but then also it will be D, वो D ही रहेगा. ठीक है, अगर इंसान रीनेम कर लेता है ड्राइव का या पोजीशन चेंज कर लेता है, लेकिन नाम तो रहेगा ना, कि उसने नाम को भी चेंज कर दिया. सपोज इफ देयर इज अ फाइल chrome.exe, तो chrome.exe पूरे पीसी में कहीं ना कहीं तो होगा ना, ठीक है। तो chrome.exe को वो फाइंड करता है वायरस, द वायरस इज गोइंग टू फाइंड chrome.exe, नॉट लाइक
अच्छा
फुल लोकेशन। आप क्या लिख सकते हो यहाँ पे, खाली इतना भी लिख सकते हो chrome.exe, सपोज the virus is only going to search the chrome.exe file in the whole PC, और जहां उसको
ओके
ये
ओके
फाइल मिल जाएगी, कहीं भी मिल जाए, that particular virus is going to infect that particular file only. After that, we are having our file list. Of course, this is the default, and in the path section, once again, whatever the path you have given above, you have to give that here. If OS path, once again, the same line which is given above, you have to copy that line in here. The F name, I've already told you, the fragmentation name, that means you have to give a name to the virus. And right now, I have given a normal name to the virus as a file list. Okay, so this is like something not so much of tricky, I think so. Of course, you have to basically practice more and more. The more you are going to practice on these virus sessions, the more you are going. Yeah, right now, the homework for today is basically you have to create, write this code and send me the screenshot.
सर
Okay.
सर
Yes, sir.
जैसे हमने ये वायरस बना लिया विक्टिम के लिए, किसी भी विक्टिम के लिए, मतलब अनोमियस जो है, तो हम इस वायरस को हमारे मतलब जो पेन ड्राइव्स है उसमें डालें, मतलब वो पोर्टेबल होनी चाहिए ना।
इससे कोई मतलब नहीं, पेन ड्राइव में डाल के उसको एग्जीक्यूट कर सकते।
हाँ अगर हमने वो पेन ड्राइव वो जो भी है उसको इंसर्ट कर दिया उसके पीसी या लैपटॉप में, तो ये डायरेक्टली रन करेगी क्या, हमें उसमें पेन ड्राइव को ओपन करके रन करना पड़ेगा?
ना ना ना,
ऐसा
तुमने
होता है
जैसे
ना
ही पेन
तो।
ड्राइव डाली नहीं, दिस वायरस इज बेसिकली अ प्रोफेशनल वायरस। ओके, as soon
इट
as
विल
you are
बाईपास
going
दैट
to
ना।
सर ऑटो रन हो जाएगा?
और अभी सब सीखना है, अभी ये नॉर्मल वे था। आई एम सेंडिंग यू द स्क्रीनशॉट एवरीवन इन द ग्रुप, just try. I'm sending everyone the pic in the personal, and everyone have to send me the screenshot till night in personal. Don't send in the group because group में थोड़ा अलग रहता है। Send me the screenshot till night. Okay, you have to practice this code. I'm sending the screenshot to everyone, and you have to give me the screenshot by your name at the path. Give your name and send me in personally, right?
ओके सर।
Okay. Okay. प्रैक्टिस करना है इस कोड को जितना ज्यादा हो सके, फिर से कह रहे हैं बहुत प्रैक्टिस करना है इस कोड को।
सर ये ऑटो रन हो जाएगा ना?
ऑटो रन इसमें नहीं होगा, लिनक्स में होगा।
सर फिर अभी इसका प्रैक्टिकल कब होगा, मतलब रन कब करेंगे?
इसको रन करना भी ना।
अभी कोड नहीं करना।
हाँ, रन करोगे तो बैठे रह जाओगे, कर लेना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, ब्रेक